Hello and welcome traders at this Bitcoin weekly outlook video. In today's video we will go over trade areas I have planned above us and below us, and I will be explaining context about each trade area, why I like it, what's my thinking process behind it. This video is based on current data we have on Monday. Everything can change with the order flow, so just be aware of that. Also, I will be starting what happened from Friday, just very quickly. On Friday, we had major pump to the upside. The unfortunate thing for me was I fell asleep before the news and I didn't set the alerts. So this mega pump was happening without me. A good thing was I had good positions already built from these two ranges here. So I was, but I wanted to add, especially also take new scalps on the news, but it's okay. For me, sometimes even more important, I give updates to you if I don't take it. Here was my post. Supplemental note, Pavel said on latest FOMC, if we see first signs of weakness on jobs market, we should price in more rate cuts. I think market will have a big upside fireworks if it happens today or 3 months from now on. This is very simple, like most assets in the world were moving to the upside without any pullback, not just Bitcoin. Because market was heavily pricing in there will be no rate cuts this year, but really bad jobs data is actually acting opposite. Like in a normal world, it would be bad for the economy, bad for the stock market, everything would be crashing, but not now when market is pricing in a super strong economy. So it gave green light to the stock market and to the Bitcoin. We pushed nicely to the upside. So we went into the range on a Bitcoin. Mainly range was caused by the, you can see that very clearly here when we zoom out. So here was initial pump, so we are going sideways. This is the 3rd of March, so from here we are still locally uptrending, but in the end we find the like temporary top. The perpetuals walls like very heavy, just above 64,600, and then spot walls also building up in these areas, which actually stopped us today at highs. So this was the reason Bitcoin was taking a break. The main reason is we need to build open interest. If you want to break the walls with open interest decreasing, so a lot of shorts will be opening here and they will be getting stopped out and liquidated. You want much higher open interest build up, so you can actually take even more upside with their help when they will be closing. We actually did first stage already, even without heavy falling of the open interest, and we cleared all the order books. So we can actually, if there is a bid, we can continue to the upside. I can mention you this first setup. I was taking it only on phone as I was doing charting mainly today, but Bram was also navigating you to take that trade. I was mentioning this trade this morning. I was expecting we move. We were still in here. I was telling you I expect move to 3 weeks VAH and also for the liquidity, at least this high to be taken. So you had first trade this morning. You took all these highs. You were stopping out traders from the weekend. So short also stopped out, and you had a 3 weeks VAH hit. You can just you can decline from here just on profit taking because we've just rotated this range. It was really big target for us. Also, my longs from lower also took partial take profits. I don't close trade fully because I will be still waiting for outcomes. If you break to the higher into the inefficiency over here, I'll be waiting what we do with the 8 weeks point of control and overall high volume node here, very big high volume node here. So I will be waiting. And based on reaction, I will be maybe taking more take profit or less, or just adding if we break to the upside, because if we break this, we can actually continue much higher. So yeah, I'm now observing, but I took some of the profits over here because this was target for us for a long time ago. So like first proper range rotation after this acceptance. Yes, we've overcome the point of control. There was a lot of chop, and price, it was just magnet. So we should really go over my trade area. So the first, we can actually start to the upside. And I know I have a lot of stuff here, so I will go over some of it just on the more cleaner chart. So first trade area, it is very wide. Yes, it is very wide. The reason is because as you will be entering into this area, you have a lot of good technical analysis confluence here. So that's why there is possibility for multiple trades out of this area, and I'm definitely watching that. These also order books are pretty stacked here, so I will get help from the market. So the first beginning of the trade area already was done, so I can just move it over here above the high, this swing value pattern. Now if we take out today the current high, by the way, when we look at the stock market, so when you have a big change in the data, and Fed is very likely to change their outcomes and cutting rates, or just pivot is changing, you get a ripple effect. So it's not only like Friday was big moves to the upside, but usually it can be Monday or Tuesday. It's like multiple days in the row you can affect the markets. How look at the Europe. So Europe Europe had chance to react on the news on Friday, yet Europe is up 1%, Germany DAX, right? So Europe is like 1% on stock market in Europe is already showing you potential for big risk on day, same like Friday. Now ES1 is also pricing in like 0. This is futures, so they are pricing in also risk on day. It could be, I think it would be much higher, but you see the Japan is on holiday today, so it's not like the Nikkei would be also affecting the ES1, the futures for the S&P 500. So yeah, I expect a pretty nice risk on day. That's the main risk to the upside for the Bitcoin, because we really want moves to the downside. So we take out the weekend liquidity, and all these weak lows, look at them, like so close together, so easy to cascade them. So all we need to do is just start to take out this low. We will very likely go to the downside, but stock market is going opposite, so you could actually have big risk on day and pull Bitcoin higher. We went short over here, but you also need to take profit over here. Also, you see the dollar is weakening as well. This is also helping. So because you can recover this pretty easy. So I took 50% take profit on short. So I earned money. If I get stopped out, nothing happens. I made money. I'm still long from much lower. That's your perfect scenario. That's why also you can trade. You really can't trade one account. You need to trade 2-3 accounts to be efficient. Okay, because you just need hedge trades oftentimes. Let's speak about this first trade area. So it is very wide. So when we take out this high, we will be taking out the major liquidity. I think this is extremely juicy liquidity. When we go into our Tradingdifferent tool, we can see we already took 40% red zones already. It was also confluence for our trade. So we took more weakened liquidity as well. You can see how it changes. So when I zoom out, here was still green areas, a lot of green areas, but now we are starting to see yellow areas. Why we are starting to see them? Because now we have the weakened liquidity over here overlapping the weekly liquidity from 2 weeks build up. So medium time frame liquidity is getting overlap from this local range. So when market moves, like, you need to just zoom in sometimes, and you need to see where is the ending for the local liquidity. Not all the time you just take it at once. Market needs to build liquidity again. As you can see, the main build-ups were going from here. So 65,600 is pretty much the end also from the local one, and it took 80 to 90% of it. So that's why also market gets easier time for reversal. You see these red zones were taken. So if we continue higher over this high today, we will be taking out the rest of the liquidity. It is ending at 66,400. So let me show you like this. And of course, I can move it because it's developing. So it's going to be like this now. 66,400. Now, if we take out this high, we will take out liquidity very likely, rest of the note. And when we finish over here, we still get some nice levels from this small range at the top. So we get the monthly. If we go into over here, the main template, it is possible we will get nice reaction from the monthly TPO or volume point of control. It is area. You see they are pretty far away from each other, so I always mark this as area. And it's it's the area you want to really stop. Yes, we also have 8 weeks point of control. area you want to stop here and do at least some scalp or intraday rejection. It all will depend on order flow. I can do I can do a lot of planning here with TA, but it will in the end depend on the order flow. How fast do you move here? How, if we get exhaustive price action or not? How good high, strong or not, and so on. So yeah, but this is definitely area I'm watching after we run liquidity. Ideal scenario, we just run liquidity, stop over here. This is also the main golden zone. Main golden zone pull from the, not from the all-time high, but from the secondary high. So yeah, it also should be helpful. It's not in the efficiency area, it's in the volume area, so it should be nice. So watching that, if we breach 8 weeks point of control and monthly volume naked point of control, if this is breached, you will very likely go over, we can go over here, 1 hour time frame. This is very inefficient market structure. You have a high over here, very close together. People will have stop losses stacked together so you can cascade to the upside and repair. This is very weak structure, so you should really replace it with much higher, with much stronger high. So if we get swing failure pattern, so really nice push to the upside on the candle and then rejection, failed auction, or just swing failure pattern. But it's gonna be very easy for the market to take that out. If it takes it out, then you will be aiming for to complete this very little range here. You will have naked VAC as a target. You also have, when you run these highs, you have now major liquidity from 1 month, okay? So you will have even more liquidity. We also have daily naked point of control here, but it's from the weekend, so it's pretty weak. So ideal scenario for us, it's still going to be push to the upside. I maybe have a look in the trade for our order block, and also I will be looking for swing failure pattern out of this high here, 67,950, and I want to see only tight swing failure pattern here, because if we don't get tight swing failure pattern, you have no resistance here. So now if we get multiple trades or just one trade from this area and we get no swing failure pattern, you get into the defensive, you don't trade, you just observe, because we have low volume now to be filled and double single prints. This is no resistance area. Market was pushing heavily down. There is no one to save these people. All these shorts from the 1 month, they will be forced to buy, and yeah, if there is no forces in the order books to stop them, we can easily push to the upside. So let's go further. So we will look for no trade in. This is like no trade area for me. We have order block here. I just marked it. So, and also be aware, this is 8 weeks high volume node main. So if you actually reclaim this like full area, you will open road for the, if you turn on the main ranges, yes, you see what's gonna be your target. So no trades over here, because you will have now 2 month VAC as your target. So a lot of people will be targeting that. And then when you reach the area, when you reach 2 month VAC, you can actually start getting to the range of rejections just on profit taking. Remember, we often get those trades started just on profit taking. Same like here, 3 weeks VAC, profit taking, market is slowly bleeding down. Actually, the reaction was really great. We also had some nice new shorts and also trad longs at the top, so it was even better. But sometimes it can be a bit slower, but yet again. So you see, where is my another trade area starting? Is starting exactly at the 2 month VAC. Now we also have big symmetry target here. This is a target from medium time frame balance zone. So let me show you what I mean. Balance zones, medium time frame. I need to go here. Yeah, like this. So we are in 3 weeks range over here. This was just liquidity grab for the for full liquidity grab. We were aware from the big range, but you also need to watch the more local range where price spend like the most of the time locally. 3 weeks range. So now we had 0.5 extension stop. So just based on symmetry, if you take out these highs, you can be targeting, and you will not stop in the in the areas I was showing you. You will have a 0.5, so 1.5 extension over here in this box. Yeah, so the symmetry bulls will be hitting targets here. So yet again, you can see now not only AMT profit taking, but also balance zone symmetry profit taking. So that's already double confluence for you. Okay. Plus you also have this is very packed area based on, we have weekly naked point of control, daily naked point of controls, both volume and TPO, 2-day high volume node, and and mainly this is also first strong order block. Let me show you why. So we go order block local, 4-hour time frame. We can see the initial, like after we formed this candle, the initial reaction to the order block was very strong. This was last time people had a chance to trap themselves, and large traders were filling the orders. And now with this move to the downside, we changed market structure. We took out these lows here. So, and the reaction was really crazy over here. You see those two big candles. So very strong order block at the top, yeah. It's also another confluence. As you see, it's wider area, so I plan multiple trades out of it. So if we, okay, so we probably get some trades from here. Now, if we breach the high volume node, you will be then looking for the medium swing failure pattern out of this high into the naked monthly. So you actually can get tight swing failure pattern. So you see, even when I show you trade area, this has potential to get multiple. And now you need to really be aware of this. So we will be turning on folder for the trap traders. So right at the top, the world was getting super bullish. People were thinking, okay, we are now getting new all-time highs. Let's go long. So whole world get long. 200 million inverse on inverse position. 200 million position open interest open on inverse, and 5,000 Bitcoin stable coins. These were breakout longs, not shorts. I need to repair this. Long, it was long charting today. So breakout longs got trapped. It's possible we will get 71,325 swing failure pattern likely. You see, I marked this for myself because these people, when we come to revisit them, they will want to close positions. Of course, some of them got destroyed already, but some people still hold, and we will have, this is order flow resistance, so it's very clean form. So this should help us to repair all these three highs, almost equal highs, and we should get nice reaction. So we also get this big confluence for that trade area. I want to show you what I mean by that. For like all these people getting from long, look here. Oh yeah, that was crazy. Inverse, and very unusual to see, but we had huge longs on inverse. On coin merged contracts. So people were really hoping for the all-time high, and all of them got trapped. So this is still, and you see, we already traded a good part of the area, but we still have some people on top. So these are trade areas to the upside, and of course, if we reclaim this is going to be major sign of strength for me. If we take out this high, then I will be looking for the major swing failure pattern of all-time high, ideally taking major liquidity. We can actually put trade area there. Like this. Now let's have a look to the downside. So the first major thing today for the downside is going to be, we need to really lose this weekly open. And you see what was holding us on the pullback. So the only chance for the Bitcoin to actually keep super strong bullish structures and don't go for the deeper pullbacks. It happened sometimes in the past, but it's not so likely scenario. Is when because we left the range. Why it's not loading? Refresh. This is the weekly range. We've left the range. We've hit the much bigger targets for AMT, but if you want to hold, if you don't want to rotate this range to the downside, to the naked wall, and also for the liquidity, you need to hold this point of control. Fail and lose it, and we are opening doors to much lower prices. We are also getting support from the order books. So I think some traders on Bitcoin are definitely watching equities and global markets. They see is very big risk on day, so they are placing large orders. We spent very little time above us, very little time. So I don't think these are profit taking from higher. They don't like, we feel the walls here, but this was I think more likely this was like profit taking for people who were long from lower, because I was also taking profit here. So I always think for these walls as I, because yeah, I think how these people think. And I think this is also these are new positions who wants to get long here because they see potential for Bitcoin to actually push to the upside. They don't even wait for the downside. That's a pretty sad, because we would be technically much better loading up longs and the weekend liquidity. You can see that clearly here. So because we have also CME gap, and CME gap is really major institutional inefficiency. Like overall, like this year, or like since bull market, we feel 90% of CME gap sooner or later. So market don't like that, you know. It's you see the structure is very impulsive, so it's so easy to do that once we get some volumes and momentum. So yeah, I think we would be lower if these people would be more patient, but it's okay. So the targets to the downside for also for this short here is definitely CME gap fill, and once we get CME gap fill, we will touch the weekly val. But you know, we know statistics. Now we harm the weekend shorts, and now also why should weekend longs get a free ticket? No, they don't want. So it's very likely we will take out weekend lows. This one and this one, I will watch both. I don't know why I didn't mark this one, but it's on other chart. And we will be, you know, we will either get, so my first idea is to get tight swing failure pattern from weekend, possible. So it's not marked here, but it's possible. I will be watching that, of course. And if we don't, then more higher probability scenario is going to be, we will fill the low volume node. We have some single prints here, and we will be taking medium liquidity build up. So if we go here, trading different, this is very like the most immediate liquidity, but the main juice is over here. This is build up from the Friday. Okay, so super juicy. And once we take that, then we can have a look for more intraday longs and you know, scalps as well. So that's why my trade area is over here. Now yet again, we will be watching if we get support from these people. Let me show you the order flow support. Trap traders local. This is a bit unorthodox, because I usually don't mark trap traders like that, because we have already went over this area. But we've had 11,000 open interest increase over here. So I will be watching if we actually, because if we want to like stay the maximum, like maximum bullishness, let me show you here. Yes, we've had 11,000 people coming in shorts in stable coins in these areas. Most of them were shorts. You can check in Delta templates or Exocharts. Many shorts here. Market trapped them. That's why we also saw accelerated upside moves here, and the main volume was over here because these people are getting stopped out. But some people don't want to admit the loss, you know. So, you know, I will be watching if this is becoming, if this becomes the order flow support area, and we will do actually something like this. So we will take out the liquidity, and then we will start changing market structure, and we can actually return back to the range, trade the range. So that's what I'm watching for this scenario here. So first trade area is over here, and you know, I will be watching this low here. I don't want to see Bitcoin losing this 61,340, like only for the swing failure pattern. If we fail here and there will be no swing failure pattern, I'm getting defensive. Very simple. Why? Huge low volume node, single prints to be filled. If we go into the chart without anything, do you see the support here? There is no support here. This area, there is no support. So I want to hold, like we either do tighter swing pattern here, or we will do it here. And we start to form good range. And we will be trapping and boiling these people who are trapped. If we don't stop, it means market is not paying attention to this trapped shorts node, and we will be stopping out late longs from the weekend, like completely even more leverage. This is no support. So if that happens, I will be waiting patiently to run these inefficiencies. and now we start to see the goodies. So another trade area is over here. Now I'm getting help from the people who were shorting the lows and expecting 53k or lower. Not crazy open interest increase, but 60% were shorts, and we had negative funding over here. So I know this was the area where the leverage tried the most shorting. So now you can also see that in delta templates. Zooming out, delta was going, let me show you from here. Delta is going sideways. There are some minor bullish CVD divergences. People are trying to short. This is also like not complete market, just few exchanges, but people were definitely more shorting on the, you can see that here spot is not nicely buying, uptrending, but leverage was trying to, there were some heavy shorts coming in into the, as market was still doing higher highs, higher lows. Look at this, higher highs, higher lows, going with the spot, and shorts on leverage were going against that. So we know this is going to very likely be another, and this is, by the way, the main support area for us. We, like, ideally we hold this, but if we fail, we will need to find support here. This is the area where I would be really interested to add to my long-term, like medium time frame longs as well. If we hold this area here as well, I'll be adding and also opening new intraday longs and scalps. But this is like really main area we need to hold. Ideally, like, of course, the ideal scenario is like big exhaustive price action drop and like weak, very large weak, and big bounce to the upside. Very large, very likely people will have sitting a lot of bits here. We can see that in order books as well. And we also have the help from the auction market theory. We also have a naked point of controls now building up here. Order block, this was market structure changing order block, so should help us. So yeah, this is the main trade area. It's pretty wide, but it's pretty packed with the levels. If we lose this area, then you know it's going to be big trouble for the Bitcoin, because we of course don't have much supports in these regions, and below us are inefficiencies. All you can do is major swing failure pattern into the major liquidity of 2 months. So I'll be watching that, but you know, don't have much supports below us. So yeah, very tricky. We need to hold this. So yeah, so those are trade zones. By the way, you can see also on the order book, so you see how they are still trying to stop us. We also have, in both trade areas I was just showing you, we also have the perpetuals bidding. So for long time market is always interesting here. That's why we actually can get tighter swing failure pattern. So you don't have to take full weekend liquidity, but these bids will be slowing us. Market is really heavily, look at that, already 4,000 bitcoins on the buy side. And we also have advertisement at the 61,300 start. So that's also the area I was showing you. I don't want to see to be lost. Like order books, I really love when they try to agree with me. So I said 61,300 is the swing failure pattern. I really want to hold this area because then we have inefficiency. So yeah, these order books are also very interesting. They can provide us stability for this future range. And if lost, you know, then we don't have much supports as we discussed. Spot market. Oh, it's not so full, so it's mainly from perpetuals. They are trying to skew the market, but for now we are short from here. I would advise some traders to took profits here. I also took profit here, so not possible to lose on trade. The plan is very clear what we can expect to the downside as well. So that's it. I really wanted to go over the trade areas with some context. It's not going to be like super even deeper analysis, but I think it's more than enough. So thank you traders for watching. If you have questions, just send me a message in a group or just into our helpline sections, and I wish you really happy trading week. Goodbye traders.